So I'm at Sacred Grove, and some volunteers here are pounding rubble into a free-formed foundation. And Anshul is talking to me. They read an article I wrote on Oroville AVNet, and it seemed to correspond to something that they were trying over here. So this is the first time I've heard a lot about Sacred Grove. I was part of Lavender in the beginning when the project came up, and this is the first time I'm visiting it, and it's just a beehive of activity and all kinds of new people. So Anshul, tell me a little bit about what's happening right here.
So what's happening right here is we're building a house for Tahir. He's from Ethiopia, and he's just finished his process to become a newcomer, so he is going to be in Oroville in some time. At Sacred Groves, one of the reasons why Sacred Groves was started was to provide housing for new Aurovillans, for long-term volunteers. But I think one of the things that has always challenged people to come to Oroville is housing.
Absolutely.
Because either it's the complication in the whole understanding of how this works, understanding how you get a land, understanding how your investment works, because
or
you still
it's
have
the cost.
The cost mostly, right?
Yeah, both of those.
And the simplicity and the complexity, rather.
So you guys are trying to answer that need by making it simpler?
By making it simple, and by saying that you can actually start building a house if you have a piece of land from material that you see around you. You don't really have to invest so much in the material or the money to either for an architect or for an engineer. Yeah. You can start building your house yourself and take help from families around you or friends.
So you work as a family, a sort of group of friends that help to create this. And then the main structure, which has the many units, is over there. And this project that I see here is slightly different from that.
Sure. So that was conceptualized last year, and it's still going on. We've been changing it every day. We're trying to sort of work on it and refine it. But I think what is going to happen is taking ideas. This is more like
individual housing.
Yes, but also this will not. Each house will there's not going to be a house alone, isolated. We've found a space where we can create a circle of houses, and that's how it's going to develop. So something like this can also happen outside, but we have to find a space to build a circle. And then the first house comes up, and everybody else involved in the community then starts building their own houses.
Fantastic.
So, for example, a group of 5-6 friends, they decide they need housing, and they select a piece of land which is as big or small or larger, and they start building, from one house, and then they finish that.
So in fact, then all Oroville would need to offer is the space. What about the utilities? What about power and water and hooking up to a larger system? How did you manage to do that? I mean, that's quite a large part of the investment, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. So one is that we're trying to simplify all of that, so that again you don't need fancy calculations or too many expert interventions. So we're trying to come up with a system which is fairly simple here for water and for electricity. So we'll see as we go along. We're still trying to do that for this house.
But where do you get your water from here? Hi, Manu.
We get our water from the bore well. That is there.
So you've dug a well here?
Yes.
Okay, so that was some initial investment, isn't it?
Yes.
Did everybody pitch in for that, or did you get project money for that? Or?
That's from the project money, because that's basically serving to all our construction needs, and eventually for the houses also. That can also service to this circle, and I think within a week or so we'll have water here also. But again, if these circles are closer, then each circle doesn't need to have their own well.
Absolutely.
You can have one well for, say, 7 circles or 10 circles, depending on the needs, depending on the size of the circles also. So what we really need to see is how people can come together in smaller circles, rather than like we have right now in the larger houses. We have rows of 3 houses, and we thought that friends could stay together. Maybe this is also a good idea of developing a circle, which is more. So this becomes like a common